here we are with Fellowship, The Deeps, Season 1, Episode 2. We are in June 2019, and
I am Tyler. I am playing the Overlord, the Grand Architect. And to my left, we have X playing Y.
Peter as Architect Juno Alderon.
Mark as Prover Iceclaw.
Devin as Goblin King, the Orc.
And Nicole as Marilla, the Rain. Also, I just noticed your character's last name is Alderon, you son of a bitch.
What's wrong with Alderon?
Okay,
That's
so
the planet that Leia's from.
Alderon.
Sounds the exact same.
It sounds the same when you say it, Peter.
Alderon.
So we want to go over what happened last session?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, that was many moons ago.
We're on the way to
Recap.
Ixosville. Because that was some source of power that the Overlord wanted to take down. But we were attacked by some pirates. And then the Kraken showed up. And then we had to stop it and help the pirates because they were actually slaves. Then we found some big ship. That was some sort of old haunted ship from way back when. And then we had to fight our way through zombies and ghosts and other weird
Badger
stuff.
zombies.
Badger
A
zombies.
lot of badger ghosts.
Yeah,
A lot of them.
a lot of them.
And,
Then we
electric
tried,
eels. That sucked.
then we tried forgiving them, but there was some centipede that had a different idea.
Yeah, I think you guys, you fell into a room, jumped into a room full of treasure.
Yeah,
Specifically jumped, he did not fall. He made a conscious choice.
that don't bite me in the ass at all.
So before we jump back into it, let's go over what set piece you guys have been playing in. It is the Wild Dragon. You went through the Dragon's Lair, which was the ship, unsuccessfully, which means you didn't get the drop on the dragon, and you are now in the Dragon's Treasure. And I'll just read that out. If you're lucky, you can get the drop on it. If you can defeat it here, it will never make it to the open skies. The open skies in this case is more like the bowels of the ship. It has the following stats. It has Deadly Blast. The dragon is a weapon with melee, area, piercing, and armor 3 uses. Killing it is no easy task, and it is violent and deadly. It has Dragon Fire, which in this case is poison. Anyone hit by the dragon's deadly poison is immediately taken out if they are not immune to poison.
Shit.
If they are immune to poison,
Wow.
they take 2 damage instead. The dragon always inhales sharply before shooting fire, giving everyone in the way a chance to get away or overcome the attack. Treasure Fixation. The dragon has a themed treasure hoard of valuable things it enjoys. Anyone bringing gifts of precious things or items that fit with the dragon's treasure theme will always be given a chance to talk to the dragon peacefully, although it may not last. And last, it has an escape route. If the dragon's armor hits 0 uses or it feels threatened, it will attempt to flee. Unless its escape route is cut off by damaging this stat, it will escape to the next section, the Dragon's Flight.
That's,
Womp, womp.
I like that. That's a really creative use of that set piece. It's like a haunted fucking ship.
Right. So
What takes does this poison have?
I think it just does it's its Dragonfire stat.
Okay.
So it says it's drawing in air. It gives you a chance to get away or overcome, and then it happens.
Okay, and
And if you are immune to poison, you take 2 damage instead. If you are not immune to poison, you are taken out.
so I'm trying to think, it sounds like poison would be something I'd be vulnerable to, actually, because I'm made of water. So, if it's, a gas or something, then it might absorb into me. But I don't...
I can see it being argued either way.
Yeah.
Honestly, so unless it's part of your character, we'll just go with it being default.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's just I have that power that makes me immune to physical damage, basically, unless it has, certain tags. But I was like, this sounds like it would fit within the themes of the tags I'm vulnerable to. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So, Architect.
Fuck.
You're down amidst the treasure room. You hear the centipede unravel behind you and rear up and look at you with its green glowing eyes and say, "Yes, what is this that is come into my lair?"
Well, I'm Architect General Alderon of the Heirs of the Dragons.
It dives into a pile of treasure, and you hear it slinking around through all the coins, and then it pops up next to you, in like just its head alone, which is roughly man-sized, directly in front of you. It says, "And have you come to pay tribute or be eaten?"
That's a tough question.
I think surely you've got some items that are precious in your store.
I mean,
Well, what kind of treasure does it have in its thing, though?
looking at it, it's probably gold.
Oh shit, you have like so much money on you, don't you?
Yeah, I am the money man, built.
Where's the centipede right now?
It's mostly under the treasure, and its head is rearing up next to Peter.
And we're not down there, but are we looking down there? Like, can we see what's down there?
It's a big enough hole, yeah. And you hear what's going on, and you see Peter because he drops directly down into the hole. So you also see the centipede.
Okay.
I leap down. In free fall, I take out a spinning metal chakram, a frisbee, pull a cord on it to wind it up, and hurl it at the dragon. Destroying it, which means I don't need advantage on him, and it immediately does damage. And it spikes, so it pierces armor.
Nice.
He takes a damage.
Okay.
Here's my
Do you
tribute,
have
great
to-
worm!
Do you have to roll for it?
No.
What stat do you want to damage?
Tell me his stats.
Again.
Oh, wait. I think I do have to roll finish them. I get to roll finish them without doing shit. That's
Okay.
my power. Because I don't need to have advantage on it. That's it.
Yep.
I'm going to pause 1 sec. Okay, we're back. And yeah, I will roll to finish him by throwing my lawnmower frisbee at him, and it'll detonate on impact. 9, 10, 11. 10 plus. It kills them.
Okay.
I don't know how this works with this set piece.
I'm pretty sure you can't take
mean-
out a set piece that way. I think you can do any damage.
It might say that for set pieces, where if you kill them, it only takes out the stat you chose.
Probably.
What stat were you rolling with?
Blood.
Like other species usually have armor or something to protect.
Yeah, this,
That
they
was
don't get
armor
armor.
piercing.
I'm using a spiked weapon.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Take a look. Maybe we pause for a second. And...
Yeah, I guess we should pause.
Jesus Christ. Alright, one moment. Okay, we're back.
Okay. Yeah, so you leap through the hole and toss your mighty weapon with all your force, and it spirals and it goes directly into the clattering mandibles of the beast, and bypassing its armor entirely, and shredding the back of its head. And it topples forward.
I landed the gold coins.
Yeah, I think that's what we think happens.
I try to clap, but it's water clapping against itself, so it doesn't really work. Yeah.
I got your back!
Thank you. That was quite efficient.
Well, keep stabbing it. Is it still alive?
It's like half on top of you too, because it felt like,
All right.
felt like on you.
I'll start digging under you in the coins.
Poover jumps down. He had like 2 gas masks he was digging out in his tunnel thing. Looks over at it. He'll just sort of just shrugs, puts them back in. Throws over his last thing, a bit of alcohol over to the Orc King. You've earned it.
Oh yeah, thanks.
That was good job.
We got it.
Yeah. Now there's a bunch of treasure.
Bunch of meat too.
Hey.
And you guys have pacified the spirits of the ship, so that's not a danger for you to walk through anymore.
Oh, well, that's been taken care of.
So, is this our ship now?
Well, I guess, but then we have the plans to give it back to that community in need, you know, those slaves that will be freeing soon.
Oh right, we were gonna give them this as a place to live.
Yeah, and be, you know, useful against the struggle that we'll be facing against the Mad King and what have you.
Yes. But we also need to buy their freedom? Or are we just going to go kill their slave masters? I mean, with all this treasure, we could do either.
I will admit, I have a slight preference to killing the evil slave masters. Of course, it's your call, sir.
Well, definitely justice needs to be served for enslaving people.
Is slavery illegal in this world?
I'll let you guys command lore about that. You can command lore about what your people feel on slavery. You can do what the builders think about it.
Oh, it's the most terrible thing ever.
Okay.
Like, my people are all about personal freedom. That's like my core agenda.
All of all builder society is based around slavery, one form or another.
What do the architects say?
It's me. Probably will depend on the architect.
So then it varies from region to region?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, shit. Yeah, my, I agree, Cougar, though. I do agree. I do have a preference in what we do about this.
As they say, broke free,
What?
scot free.
I had no idea. I'm like,
Is that a reference?
I actually couldn't tell what the first word was, so I was like, oh shit, I have no idea what just happened. Okay, so we have all this treasure and a giant, really cool boat that's partly flooded. Are we going to just leave it here? Or are we taking it with us? What are we doing? Because we're going to that other place now.
Well, it's still a boat.
And I should point out too that we did level up everyone, including me, which means that my plans advanced.
Only the two of us leveled up.
Okay. Well, I leveled up, as I guess my pertinent. So I took Mastermind, so I have 3 plans at stage 2.
Oh shit.
And one of them is, going to a coxicle to destroy the source of power there.
Huh.
Yeah, does the boat still go? Because it could just trail behind us.
We could. Yeah, I guess how logistically will it work? Will we be able to use this boat somehow, rig it, or is it just like floating for now? We have to devote more time.
If you remember last session when we described it, it was giant, like enormous, like almost like modern day battleship size compared to your floating thing, because it was like a relic of the grand age of the architects. So it obviously has like a lot of moving pieces and engines and navigational systems that would all need to be repaired and fixed and brought online.
So right now it's a floating hulk.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's not going anywhere. It probably has its anchors.
Well, probably now we'll just set its anchors so it doesn't go anywhere, so we'll know where it is. We can come back to it later, I suppose.
Yeah, and any people in the region probably know about this and know to stay away. Like, there's probably stories about this haunted ass ship that will kill you if you go on it, so we don't have to worry about someone else taking it while we're gone.
We stumbled across it in a fog, was it? Some weird place, so like
Yeah.
it's hard. Would be hard for anyone else to find it right now. So
As long as it's safe.
yeah.
So you guys gonna meander around, try and find whatever passes for anchors on this, and drop them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
Cool. Well, since the ship is pretty safe for you to travel in, you can effectively do that. It takes you a little bit of time, but eventually you get there and you throw the switch and you hear the rumblings of ancient machinery jerk to life, and chains whir and weights go down.
Okay.
Well,
I guess we can take what we can carry and move on for now.
yeah.
Okay. So you guys load up some bags of
Swag.
Swag.
Gold.
So you can have you can each have what's the word for the
Something precious.
gear that doesn't renew?
Yeah,
Just temporary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gear. Because there's gear and there's stuff that are gear options.
Yeah. One precious thing.
Cool.
And then we'll do the rest of the journey to a coxicle. And we're not going to do like a long journey or anything for that, but we'll just do everyone just do like a little short scene aboard the boat before we get there.
Cool.
Hey, so that worked out pretty good. We got ourselves a new ship and we killed a monster.
Hey, can we take some of the monster with us for food?
Yeah.
I mean, we all have hacksaws.
Yeah. I get. I guess we should all fill our bellies with whoever needs to regenerate stuff. 'Cause
I'll turn some of his armor and stuff into a new weapon.
just between scenes.
So filling our belly.
That just heals me.
Yeah, you can spend.
Oh right, there's papers right in front of me for telling me what it does.
Fill your belly, fill your belly.
We each heal one.
Yeah, you spend 1 food to heal one. You can spend additional food to heal someone else's, like an NPC, if they're status damage and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I will spend the use of food then to heal my grace.
Oh, heal my sense.
In a sense.
Oh, I don't have damage.
All right. Got a bunch of gold. Got a bunch of food for other people.
I'm turning that mandible into a new goblin weapon.
Cooper's got like a bag full of parts and a glass jar filled with like a skull marked on it.
Yeah, this character doesn't eat meat. It's like seaweed and like algae.
I have like hunks of it and I'm just biting into it raw. As are all the other goblins. Lil and the wolf.
And you guys are all back on the Zephyr now,
Yeah.
Yep.
sailing away. Okay. I'll start with the first short scene and then pass it on to someone else.
Sure.
As you guys are sailing over the waves, you notice the water beneath you darken and swell on a large scale, and your boat lolls slightly to the side, and then next to you a whale surfaces to blow and then goes back down, and then another on the other side until you guys are tossing around in just sort of a sea of whales moving past you.
Are we in any danger from this?
Not really. They're not like attacking you.
Yeah, 'cause
They're-
whales are generally
they're
pretty
displacing water, but you have a fairly big boat, and it can rock a bit from side to side without going anywhere.
I'm gonna
They're
pet
just,
the whales. We should talk to the whales.
I don't speak whale.
You don't speak whale?
No,
It's really easy.
I just speak goblin.
It's really easy to talk to whales. I'm gonna lean over the side and go
I guess I suppose have those.
completely like
slowly.
Dory from Finding Nemo. It's
Yeah.
not actually whale. I don't speak whale.
I mean, I guess I also speak wall builder, but they kind of forced that on us at Sword Point.
They're pretty bad for that.
Yeah, I know, right?
My people don't normally talk.
Yeah, we kind of just hang out, you know, in the fields frolicking.
I'll throw some meat chunks at the whales.
Okay. It bobs in the water. One piece knocks off a surfacing whale and slides in. They don't seem to take too
Yeah,
much.
that was a gift.
See, then we have something precious to them, and then they'll keep
Remember
on.
the Oh my god, I forgot about the dolphins.
They're still my
the
companion.
blinged out
They're
dolphins.
hanging out.
I fucking forgot about the blinged out dolphins.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
my
hanging out. They're my companion.
They are super susceptible to predation now.
Yeah. They're shiny. Although they are
Hey,
sharp.
guys. You want some treats?
Feeding the dolphins?
Yeah, they're my buddies.
Dolphins
They do now.
eat meat.
Look, dolphins do drugs. Dolphins rape. I'm pretty sure they also eat meat.
They also
They
do
tear
that.
shit in half.
But yeah, you just get greeted by a nice school of whales that then passes by harmlessly.
Oh, my mermaid friend too.
Yeah, your mermaid friend is still kicking around.
Here you go,
She's not
everybody.
always visible, but you get the idea that she's, maybe like deep or off somewhere. She pops up with her mermaid fangs, just digs into it.
Huh.
Mark, you want to do a quick one?
Yeah, basically, Poover is looking over. There's this weird idea that something has come aboard the ship, but he doesn't quite know what it is because he hasn't run into the ensign yet. He's got all this gears and stuff. He's taken off the old ship and he's upgrading the engines and the cannons on there. Pouring the poison into with like a mask on into one of his brewing facilities.
So Caleb is an ensign. That's the the job.
Yeah, he's like
assigned him?
he's like a young ensign who is just like on his first midshipman or whatever or something on his first crew.
So when you come back on board, you all notice that all of your stuff has been organized impeccably, and you all have clothes laid out for you.
Somehow I don't think this was, what's your friend's name?
Lil,
Lil. Somehow I don't think this was Lil. Wait, do I even have clothes laid out for me?
do you wear clothes?
I don't.
Then you've got a couple seashells laid out.
He's like, okay, I guess.
What the cuss is going on?
I don't know. Hey, Lil, you didn't do this, right?
She shakes her head.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
How do you guys want your crew to be? Do you want them to be like spectral present, or just haunting presence, or
Well, I assumed he'd be like a ghost
In
we
and
could
out?
see, but
okay?
We might as well be present, otherwise, they just...
yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just things that happen and we
Yeah.
can't interact with it. That's actually fair.
Okay, well then it's a little weird, and you don't see anything going on. But then as the sun starts to set and twilight sets on, you notice the image of a ghost badger, sort of slowly manifesting, running around the ship, doing like busy work and chores.
Oh yeah, Caleb's a gunner.
Yep.
His rank was ensign, but I think that would be
Okay.
assigned to gunner.
Okay.
Well, we don't have that much crew, so we have to do all sorts of duties.
Oh, hey, guys, are you seeing this? It doesn't seem to be evil like the other ones, but,
I have no idea what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
isn't there?
No.
Oh. Maybe
Lil,
my
you see
senses.
anything?
Are you daft?
Maybe my senses are different than goblin senses.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Have you been drinking yourself?
No, I'm just cussing with you. I see the cussing ghost.
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay.
trying to make you think you were crazy.
Okay, good.
So is Caleb loyal to you or to you?
Nope, gotta be the captain because took an a sacred oath of loyalty the Brockfolk made to defend the wall and the heirs to the Empire. Is it the Empire? The Architects.
Sure. Maybe at some point there was an empire.
So as soon as you come onto the picture, they snap to attention, do a salute, and go, "Officer on deck!" and curse
Yeah,
you
right.
for making me do an accent like this.
Oh no!
Just wait till more goblin communities show up.
Hoover, to be a good example to the dead and 1,000-year-old ensign or whatever, goes and immediately breaks into the appropriate military demeanor too.
Yeah, at ease, I guess. So, who are you?
Oh, I'm Caleb Abernathy. Don't consider me a stowaway. Consider me a loyal servant of the architects.
Well, we could use some of those. Yes, Marilla?
Oh, just there's ghosts now,
I mean,
and now my voice sounds weird to me.
you're
breaking into the accent.
Am I?
You were for a second.
That's weird.
Wow.
I don't know how to do an accent like that, but okay.
Just get exposed to it. It's not mimicking, just to fit in.
I mean, some of my people are shapeshifters.
Like cats.
So there's ghosts, but they're trying to be helpful. Are you the only ghost?
I
Okay. Cool.
was the only one on the ship who remained loyal to the end.
I like you.
Yeah, hold on, okay.
Says Nicole, out of character.
Very Ace.
Marilla is not really
We'll just
care,
walk
but
fine.
out of character loyalty.
Serve in life, serve in death. That's my motto.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
We could use more crew, yes.
Glad to see not all of us went the wrong way on that ship.
Oh. Well, that's that.
So what'll you have me do?
Well, we need someone to man the guns for now. So, I guess that'll be your first assignment. We'll see you later.
I kin to that.
Aye. Now everyone's a Swede.
Goblin King's like, what the fuck's wrong with you people?
Oh my god, they're doing it. They're doing the wall builder thing.
pack bonding with other, like doing that whole thing.
No,
Actually-
picking up foreign people's accents.
Next, we're gonna be mixing up mayo with milk and eating it by the spoonful.
Eggs with milk, you eat by the spoonful.
Oh dear.
You want to toss it to someone next?
Hmm?
Want to toss the ball?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Who else wants to?
I already did my thing with dolphins.
Okay. We can just get there if you guys just want to get there.
I'm not so great at coming up with situations.
On the spot?
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird, right? You know, we got that phantasmagorian monster man just hanging out in the gunner room.
Phantasmagorian.
Do you not know that word?
No.
It's like a plague with ghosts.
Huh.
Yeah, they try to scare you. Wall builders are scared of ghosts.
We just usually say haunted.
Well, now we have a
I have
haunted
no
ship.
idea what the hell you just said.
It's like a form of music, right?
We just usually say haunted.
Haunted.
I'm not even like, this isn't even just an in-character thing. Like, straight up, like, I can't understand what you're saying out of that accent. Like, I'm not just playing with you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Should go to clan meetings more often.
Oh, fuck.
What?
You should go to clan meetings more often.
Go to calamities more often?
Clan meetings.
Clown-mities?
Sure then.
I don't know what you're saying.
Clan meetings.
Jesus Christ. Right. Mark and his clan meetings. Because he's Scottish.
Yeah, people.
Not because he's a grand wizard.
She is not.
Only in D&D and Minecraft.
Oh.
And not that kind.
I mean, one doesn't exclude the other.
Oh, Lord. We've gone far too deep.
So the night passes. And, you arrive at a coxswain in the early hours of the morning. You see it way before you get there, because it is a small island, but it used to be at one point a dormant volcano. So it towers high up into the sky, and at the top of that volcano, in the basin, is where the architects built their grand pillar, one of the foundational pillars that magically ensures the survival of the wall. And the city itself of Akoxical it's like a horseshoe around a harbor at the base of the mountain. And it is also a relic of the great time of the architects. So everything is huge. The walls just fly into the sky. The architecture is strange and geometrical in ways that you wouldn't think possible. And at the very front of the harbor, there is, like the Colossus of Rhodes? It's like that. It's a giant statue that stands astride the harbor, one leg on either side, holding a torch and a sword. And everything is just built on a huge, grand scale, and is absolutely breathtakingly beautiful.
All those who swear to defend the wall, come here at least once, if at all possible, in their lives.
Looks like it's built to keep a lot of people out.
Well, it's an old architecture. Has to be maintained.
I've never been here since there was not a Terry of grey on my whiskers.
The port itself is quiet in terms of boats. There's not a lot of traffic going in and out. But as you draw closer to the mouth of the harbor, you can see that there's been like a grand procession arrayed at the end of people waiting to meet you. At the head of which is a man in loose white flowing robes with thick curly black hair and rings on every hand, waving exuberantly.
So wave back and
Does anyone here recognize him?
Has anyone here been here before?
Yes.
Yo, specifically, though a long time ago.
That is Alessandro, the governor.
Oh. Alright, so he'll give sort of a respectful kind of bow. Now, it's Alessandro, the governor.
So he's a boss man.
Oh, governors, right? Regional landowners. They're in charge of collecting the sweat of the brow of the poor people who can't fight back.
Well, that doesn't sound very good.
It's Wall Builder Society. You gotta watch out.
Is he a bat?
Especially with, you being you.
What do you mean, me being
Goblins have such a
Exotic.
lovely language. I have no idea what he's saying, but it's so lovely.
Stick with the pack.
me?
You paste the name
Okay.
in the Discord.
Yeah, I can put them in Discord.
Hard thing with the Goblin King's voice is I can't belt out and enunciate. I can't just project my normal talking voice,
Loud.
right?
Devin has to be quiet for a change. Maybe you should move
There are
closer
layers to
mic.
that comment. There are layers to that comment.
All the layers put in there. Well, then I guess we did the dock.
Okay, so a little guideboat comes out to steer you in through the harbor and brings you right up to the main area. And Alessandro comes right up to the dock and says, This is a joyous day, a momentous day, a beautiful day for my city. To have an architect grace us with his presence. I am overwhelmed. Come, you must stay at my house tonight.
Oh, certainly.
Forgive the forwardness of our greeting party, but mermaids talk. News gets around.
Well, I guess they're swift folk, so yeah. Well, lead the way.
Keeps
I'm
going.
acting very wary of him and like standing the furthest away from him as I can.
Okay.
Because Goblin Kings make me spooked.
Okay. What are your people called, other than the rain?
Oh,
Nereids? Nereids. That's the name of water people in mythology.
cool. Yeah, that then.
So Nereid, Goblin.
Rockfolk.
I'm gonna write that on my thing. I think that my people are not super well. Like we are not seen very often, and in some communities we might be considered myth, but like most people know what we are. If they saw us, they'd be like, okay, that's one of
Female
those.
spirits of sea foam and ocean water.
Cool.
You blend in quite easily.
And what consorts you've blessed us with as well. Stalwart Brockfolk, Man of the Wall, another
know-
Nereid.
I should know that Goblin
Clar-
King looks markedly different from other goblins. Like their breed makes them look weird and different.
Another Nereid, Clarissa, will be most pleased.
Clarissa?
And, of course, any friend of an architect is a friend of mine. Well then, to dinner.
That dead-eyed stare Goblin King just gave.
All right, so I'll
Withering.
actually jump in at the moment. This one slew a great centipede with a single blow.
I will have to hear the tale. Perhaps over some roast mutton.
It's surprisingly anticlimactic.
You.
Ah.
I was the one jumping in.
Well, a good tale is always improved in the embellishing.
Do I know Clarissa?
No, you do not.
She'll
all
have
right.
to explain it all to you.
I was gonna say, all of us were in the middle of making that fucking joke.
They call not all rain know each other. Give me a pause.
1 sec, I just gotta hit the... And we're
Switch
back.
to the city music.
And we're back.
We were heading up to the villa, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he takes you arm in arm and just sort of strolls up there, talks idly about various things, points out the sights of the city to you, particularly good cafes or nice vantage spots. Talks about how the fishing has been.
Yep. I talk about our adventure in the sea, maybe skip over the whole big ship for now. About the running the Krakens and the pirates and everything, and also continue the conversation, I guess.
The sailors have been saying that the Leviathans have been restless as of late.
Possibly. I haven't been out on the ship that long, so don't have much comparison between the years, but we did run into one.
And how have you been keeping yourself, architect?
Juno.
Juno.
Alderon. Well, I'm still pretty new to this sea voyaging life, but keep the ship afloat and traveling the seas is keeping me quite busy.
And I must ask, what brings you to our humble alcove here at the edge of civilization?
Well, we can maybe talk business over food. Like, we want to trouble you whilst we're walking.
Sure.
That's a bigger discussion.
Okay. So these two are just chatting.
Yeah.
Cool. What are you two doing?
I'm just kind of following.
And Goblin King, that's some stray animals. And hey, would you like some food so I can get some more fellow work?
Yes. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna drop out of the party and start scampering around.
Okay.
I'll have Gormengost come with me.
Gormengost is...
The Vorg, the murder wolf.
So you brought him with you. Who did you guys all bring with you?
I brought everyone. I brought Lil and Gormengost.
I don't have anyone.
I didn't bring anyone, and
The
I did
mermaid-
leave orders with the gunner that if the description of the enemy ship shows up, or pirates,
Mhm.
to signal with a
Flare.
yeah, with a flare from the guns, because
I only have my horse, so just, let up the ship into the stables and...
The dolphins and the mermaid will keep an eye on the area around the boat.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna head around the city and start doing some snooping and looking around for stuff. I want to see if there's anything that's a threat to us here. Anything that's out of place, anything that's deceptive. I'm just gonna be basically doing that for while he's walking up with him.
Okay. And how do you go about doing that exactly?
We'll hang around houses, windows, crawl under walkways and stuff, cling to the underside of roofs, go into chimneys, that sort of thing. And
Okay.
just, keep our ears to the wall builders.
Go under the bridge, talk with the local trolls.
Yeah, or I'll climb under people's patios and stuff and climb into their houses through the basement and stuff. That's what goblins do.
Fair enough.
So this will be me, I guess, looking closely.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yep. Roll it.
All right. I roll with sense, which I have 0 in. Oh boy, 11. So
3 questions, I think.
Yeah, 3 questions, and I don't find any answers the hard way.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me about people close to the governor. What are they doing? What are they going to do next? What are they up to? Like the governor, not like the governor's family, but the governor's men. If you know what I mean.
Like the guards and such.
His guards, his staff. What are they up to? Are they prepping for anything?
The guards are watching your ship. The staff seem to be prepping for a secret celebration.
A secret celebration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's not secret enough that they're being hush about going out for for expensive wines or talking about themselves, but they're being a little vague about it.
What's suspicious about the governor?
What's
hidden or out of place
suspicious
about
about the governor? You don't get the vibe that he's normally the kind of guy who consorts with mermaids.
Okay. All right. What will happen if... Did I forget that mermaid's name?
Clarissa.
No, that's one of my people.
It didn't come up last session, but her name is a seaweed on a hot day. Because we had talked about it,
Yeah.
and we said that the names are smells.
All
So
right.
she knows you by smell, you know her by that smell.
I smell musky like a goblin king. All right. What will happen if me and Seaweed hit up the local mermaids and find out what they've been talking to the governor about?
I'm trying to figure out how to answer that in a look closely. Like you want to know will anyone stop you from going around?
I want to know if we'll get... Okay, so what will happen if... I guess the answer I want to know is, will we gain something valuable? Will we know something valuable? Will it be something worth kind of prying into if the two of us kind of go and talk to them? Will it be something that'll help us out with knowing more about the situation in the city here and the governor?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, we'll make our way to do that then. You can swim.
Well, as soon as you go to talk to her, she tells you that mermaids don't really hang around here. So that whole mermaids told us you were coming was probably not honest.
And there aren't any to talk to because they don't exist.
Yeah.
Cool. This will probably take us a while, and then I'll meet back up with the group.
Okay. So you guys do your stroll. You get up to the villa. It's a nice place. As befitting a governor, but a governor of one of the smaller islands. Although it is architecture, so it is quite impressive to behold. A lot of plinth columns and water features and stuff. And he takes you to an open air banquet where food is being served.
Well, let's fill our bellies.
Do I see another
Rain.
Nereid or whatever?
You do not.
Hey, Governor, man.
Yes. I don't believe I got your name.
Oh, I'm Marilla.
Marilla. A pleasure.
Like, I will shake his hand, but it's gonna be unpleasant for him.
Okay.
Like...
Slop.
To his credit, he doesn't immediately wipe it off on his tunic.
You said that, Clarissa was here?
Yes. She's another Nereid, like you. She hangs out in the coves. Not too far outside of the city. She doesn't like to come walk about the city much. She tells me that's not something you people like to do. She prefers to live in a cave and fish on her own.
I agree. I very much... I wasn't going to say anything,
Yeah.
but caves are much prettier than this city.
I'd like to
It's
see
like the most
such
beautiful thing ever. It's just like...
Whole initiative.
I would like to see such a cave sometime. But now that we're sitting and eating, to what do I owe this honor?
Well, I guess I've dressed up in fancier words, but I, convey that we're here to investigate potential threat to the installation, the node that's keeping the magic and so on. Because we've heard rumors that someone wants to destroy it. I guess without maybe revealing who, but like, oh yeah, the grand architecture. Okay, it's hard to come here. I get it.
Is such a thing even possible?
Well, there are many madmen around there, and they might pose a threat to the city. So figured we'd come inform you and see to it that it wouldn't come to pass.
Well, we'll have to certainly be extra vigilant. It's fortuitous that you arrived when you did. In 2 days, we're actually having, our library is putting on a seminar on the history of the architects. It would be so amazing if you could give us a few words then.
Certainly. I think we can stay for a bit.
This is so wonderful knowing out of character that, he was lying to us and stuff, because it's probably like, oh shit, the Grand Architect's gonna be here in 3 days, we have to stall these guys. But, in character, we have no idea.
Oh, that's fine,
We seem to be short. One short member.
Well,
He's name 1 foot parties.
Understandable. I've never met anyone like him before. Not that I travel much.
Well, most cities aren't very welcoming of goblins, so... Yeah.
God, I've heard of goblins.
He definitely has them everywhere. They're on the outskirts of every civilization.
Never met one, though. I have to say, the rumors that I've heard don't quite seem to coincide with at least my initial appraisal of your young friend.
don't touch the coast, the dice.
Oh yeah, I made that list of rumors.
So, sorry, listeners. Mark was trying to take my dice.
Mark was fucking it up.
Your color-coded dice.
Yes. So, sorry, he said he doesn't follow the rumors of what goblins are supposed
Yeah,
to
he
look
says
like.
he's heard of what goblins are like, and it doesn't really seem to match up with what the Goblin King is like.
There are a lot of misconceptions. People don't like other people that live free.
Well, not everyone pays attention to them. Most people just put those outskirts of town. Nobody sits down to talk to them, though. So we have more prejudice than actual first-hand accounts, I would say.
Whenever you want me to come up.
Oh,
here, come on
also,
scene.
he's a goblin
Jump
king.
in whenever you want.
Yeah.
I say that, by the way.
Oh, royalty.
Yeah.
I didn't know goblins had royalty.
Yeah, it's different than the type that people have, but they have kings, yes.
Cuss, yeah, we do.
Oh, you
I'm walking with Gorming. It's the murder wolf.
Hi, Goblin King.
Hey, my friends.
Hail.
Hi.
Yeah, we're not anointed kings. We're born kings. Kind of like wall builders, but
For real.
yeah.
It's fascinating.
My character's getting more and more. And more.
You're into it, eh? You're like, yeah.
Well, like my two beginning I have like two beginning bonds with Goblin King about how I like
I
his
should
lifestyle
share.
and his goals.
If
So
I can, I should share the Daughter of Chaos with you so you can't be controlled. You're like, live free! Everyone's like, your character's like, do you want to go live free? You like take a knife, cut your hand, smear blood on your face. Yeah!
But
I do the motions, but it's all just water, so it doesn't actually do
Cougar's running
anything.
kind of quiet because there's something not like having, but maybe it's the fact they've got the food all set up already or the 2-day thing. He's just gonna try and look closely at
Okay.
the party and at what's going on in the governor's palatial mansion because he's actually been here before, so he's a long time ago. So 10. Ooh. So I would like to ask a few things. One is something hidden or out of place here? If so, what looks suspicious?
I suppose if you're really good at body language, you might also have caught on that he was maybe not being completely honest with you at the start. But other than that, there's not really anything out of place. They're putting on a feast for a visiting dignitary, and beyond that, there's not really much to it.
Okay. I rolled way better than I expected, so I have two
Yeah.
kind of those questions, but basically I'll be direct. No, the food's not poisoned or anything like that.
The food is not poisoned.
And then, when he said the thing about the 2 days' time, did he have an ulterior motive when he was suggesting that particular time frame?
You get the feeling that he kind of always has ulterior motives, but
He's
also
a politician.
yeah, he's also a
Yeah,
politician.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will tell you, because I think what your questions were got in. He doesn't seem to be planning anything sinister.
Okay.
And he doesn't seem to wish you any ill harm.
Doesn't seem to wish him specifically any harm, or us as a group.
In general.
Okay, because that is two different things. Because people are dicks about goblins, and well, I mean, justifiably so. But
We're a mouse.
Yeah, so you said you came to warn us? You're worried someone is going to attack the pillar?
Yes, we're quite. Well, we had the rumor that someone might be doing that, so you know, we go on the hunt. We don't have any concrete evidence, I guess.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to make a journey all that way to warn us of that.
Yeah, so, you know, dark times are brooding, and you need to forge alliances in these times to be prepared for anything.
I'm in complete agreement with you.
It'd be a real shame if that wall went down.
Yeah.
that wall is very, very important, though.
Yeah, definitely.
So, have you had any problems with the pirates around here?
Yes, you may have noticed that the port is a little quiet. Between the pirates and the Leviathan, sea travel has been uncertain lately.
I'll have to go deal with that later.
Yeah, we had a.
If you would take that upon yourself, I would consider it a great debt.
Well, we are considering going to one of the pirate havens that floats about. We've heard that they're keeping slaves there and what have you, so dealing with them certainly will be on our priority. As much time as we can spare between everything else. So we'll definitely look into it.
All right. Well, since you're here, I hope you take some time to enjoy our wonderful city.
So, is there any kind of food?
That you need?
Yeah, because
What do you eat?
my people basically only eat like seaweed and stuff, and like algae from like shallow pools and stuff. So like,
Then there is seaweed and algae. Because he is also not lying about there being another
That's good to
maid
know.
out there that's named Clarissa.
yeah, that also means he knew specifically that I was coming, probably. So that's pretty detailed, but that's good to know. Can you pause?
Not necessarily. Like, if he knows her, it might just be something that he has on hand.
Okay, like
And
as a
then-
courtesy, even though he knows she's not gonna come.
Like, they're bringing out, like, raw meat for the wolf now. Because there's a wolf getting out.
Oh shit, I forgot to talk. I say that in character.
They all they kind of jump back at that.
My first wasn't a wolf, he's a warg. Goblin wolf.
Yes.
You'd think goblin wolves would be smaller than actual wolves.
Shit. So are most of their victims.
Ah.
Well, if you're in town tomorrow, I do hope you stop by the library and talk to Adelia.
Oh.
She would be most enthused to meet an actual architect.
I thought you said undead, and I'm like, what? When did that happen? What's going on?
Oh no, I've slipped up.
Oh, you have to kill them all again.
No, I was a Lich King all along. I'm playing the Remnant.
And then unless you guys have any other questions for the rest of the dinner, he just makes small talk.
Yeah, I think like I'll be only just like recruiting someone for the ship at some point, but you know, we can take that whenever.
He'll just ask about the community of Brockfolk in town real quickly, and because he's going to obviously check on those.
We get a few that come through now and then. I believe it's a pilgrimage of sorts for your people to
Right.
attend the various pillars. So there is an inn down closer to the docks, run by another Brockfolk named Hamish, and he tends to see to people traveling through.
I'll be sure to stop through.
And which direction is Clarissa's hangout?
I can have a guard show you.
That'd be great. Haven't met another one of me not from my own community before.
So I guess we'll fill our belly because we received a royal treatment.
Yeah, you sure did.
Woo.
Oh, that's actually a move you have, isn't it?
Yes. Like, you know, pretty much like when I go somewhere and I introduce myself, generally people, unless they're like utterly hostile, then you know, they give me room and board and so on. And
Oh,
I can
nice.
fill my belly. And if they also like, you know, allow me to stay and so on, then I also have my move, yes, my liege, where I can command everyone. As long
Not goblins.
yes, not God.
You're specifically immune to that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, as long as they're of my people or they, you know, are below the person that, you know, accepted me here. Yeah, I can just talk sense to them straight away.
I can also talk sense to people who don't want to listen. Or talk sense or speak softly.
Neat.
Because I cannot be ignored.
And I take my cross class.
If you'd like to stay in the villa, of course, I can put you up in rooms.
I think we can.
I'd rather stay in the caves.
Sure. I'm not keeping you. Okay.
Okay,
That goes without saying.
you sleep in the villa.
Yeah.
You want to go and find Clarissa
Yep.
and sleep in the caves down there.
I'm going to head to the inn, actually.
You're gonna head to the inn.
And Goblin King, do you want to go find your goblins and you can...
I can always find goblins if I need to. I'll go hang out with you, Air. Lil and Gormangost will hang out around the estate.
Okay.
Actually, I'll send Lil to go find local goblins and get the what it is from them.
Sure. How informed are local goblins?
Not really. They're a fucking nightmare. But
They're not
you can
allowed in
glean-
most places.
You can glean. Well, they'll raid.
Yeah.
You can glean stuff from the noise.
Okay.
They're a fucking nightmare.
The governor is actually a murderer. He goes to the body outside.
Yeah,
And we get hit them.
Everyone's a murderer. Yeah, I'm Super Mario. Let's go.
Who wants to go first?
You go first.
Sure, I'll go
Hoover.
first. Poover knows where you're going.
More breakfast talk.
Gotta enunciate that name real well.
Yes.
Poover.
It sounds like you're saying a slur against Elton John.
Okay, so you
What?
you find the inn easily enough. Not just because you have excellent directions to it, but it is one of the few buildings that is not done in grand architect style. It's obviously been more recently made, and it's done in a more rock folk kind of air.
So I can imagine being like low to the ground, kind of built into the ground itself. Probably
Okay.
on like a small hill, and surprisingly defensible from outside because that's always kind of a thing with the rockwood buildings. And yeah, they'll very very earthy.
Okay. So you see through the little windows in the mound, warm light wafting out. Hear some music being played, but it doesn't seem like too raucous or busy.
They'll head in.
Okay. You head in. Inside, it's a traditional inn setup. There's a Brockfolk musician playing over in the corner. What instrument?
I really don't want to say bagpipes because it's
It's too on the nose.
it's too on the nose. So drum tissue marshal. So we're gonna go with a harp.
A harp. Okay. And then behind the counter, there's an old one-eyed badger just wiping down the counter. Oh, good to see ya. Wasn't expecting any pilgrims this time of year.
Oh, nay, pilgrim be I. Serving the defending the wall has brought me here.
Noble.
Thought I'd wet me whistle.
Ah, I've bad news for you. It's troubled times. Troubled times indeed. The brewery's gone to shite.
Ah, truly, we live in cursed times.
I've been trying to get some of these humans to give me a hand with it, but none of them can ken our way of brewing. I've been needing a Brockfolk engineer to help me out.
Well, now, it would be against me honor not to assist you in this noble enterprise. Can I leave a bunch of my own kinfolk without a mite to drink?
Ah, you're a rare one indeed. Come, have some of my secret stash, and tomorrow we'll fix that brewery.
All right, so yep.
Okay.
Get drunk.
So a guard takes you down to the edge of town. There's only really like 2 ways in and out of town because it's this huge walled horseshoe. There's the path that leads up the mountain at the top, and there's the docks down at the bottom. But wrapping around one of the legs of the Colossus is a very slick, sort of well-worn stone staircase that goes into a soft shore, and you walk along that for a bit, and you get to a rockier area. And he says, well, pools are down this way, but I'm afraid I can't be following you any further.
Yeah, you guys can't hold your breath very long.
That's slippery.
Alright, I'm going to dive in.
Okay, so you head down. Most other people would get lost very quickly because it looks like just random rocks and outcroppings, but you notice like the particular signs and markings of your people towards a domicile. And you eventually get in and find an underwater cave, which is nice enough. Nothing too amazing, but it's all right. And there is a Nereid. Do you weep?
I don't know.
That's sad.
Like when we're sad, like I mean probably, but not maybe not like actually physically crying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe,
whatever.
like, physical impurities come out of your eyes when you're.
Salt crystals.
Yeah, salt crystals are full.
Presumably we cry, but maybe not like the water wouldn't drip off of us because then that's less of our mass that would be on us, right?
Purging.
Well, whatever you do, she's doing it in the corner.
Oh. Oh, hello.
Oh, I didn't see you.
Are you okay?
No,
What?
I'm most certainly not okay. It's the damn Kelpies. They've stolen all my pearls.
Well, that's not cool. What is that? Do you want me to help you get them back?
Could you?
Yeah.
They're vicious monsters. I can't fight them. In this setting,
Seahorses mixed with like a manatee thing, they're real monsters.
in this setting, they're like, let's just say they're like water goblins.
Okay. Water goblins.
Time for a race war.
Goblins.
Yeah, it could definitely help.
Are you a warrior?
I can fight. I also have other friends, but are they underwater? Probably. My friends can't go underwater very long.
They move underwater, which is how they came in and robbed me. But their lair is a small island.
Well, I know some people that would love to raid that island.
Oh, you're a blessing. If only I had something to offer you in exchange.
How about those pearls all rescued? Just kidding.
I can't think of anything I even want. So, how long have you been here?
Oh, 20, 25 years?
By yourself?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a, I guess you'd say, a philosopher. I like the time alone to think.
That's suspicious.
That is really suspicious, just very weird for my people. Like, we spend a lot of our times, like, kind of merged together underwater, so being a loner is very odd.
Have you swum through weird waters recently?
Okay, well, what about the local mermaids? Maybe they'd help out.
The mermaids don't come around here. I don't know why.
Okay. That's weird. Governor told me they were mermaids.
The governor told you there were mermaids?
Yeah, you said they told us that we were coming. Maybe he meant you. Did you tell him we were coming?
I didn't know you were coming.
Okay. Sometimes humans call anything that's from the sea a mermaid.
Alessandro, I want you to understand, I consider him a friend. He has sources of getting information. He is connected to other governors in some sort of covert way. He often doesn't like to reveal where he gets his facts.
That's a weird particularity. Okay.
I just assume it comes with the job.
I wouldn't know. So, okay. Well, he's your friend, though, so I'm assuming he's cool. My other friend told me that goblins, or that, governors and politicians are bad.
That sounds like a goblin.
He is a goblin. He's a goblin king. And I mean, do they really need all that, like, who's in charge of who thing? I'm not
We
a
seem
fan.
to get along fine without it.
Exactly. But okay, I'm gonna go get my friends and we're gonna raid a, Kelpie Island.
I would forever be in your debt.
How much pearls are we talking about?
Oh, only a scant few, but that's why they were so precious to me.
Are they normal sized or big?
Just normal size.
I didn't want to get there and there'd be like
There's-
30 ones that are as big as me, and I'm like, how are we supposed to carry all these?
Son of a dragon piranha, wish them over.
Okay. I'm guessing you don't want to come? You're not a fighter?
I'd only get in the way.
Okay. I'm gonna go and get my guys.
Okay?
I'll go back to the party or wherever people are.
So what were you doing?
I guess resting for the night.
Wait, you're resting for the night?
I mean,
I thought we were being shown to our rooms. And then you're just gonna go to bed?
what else is
Alright, so we're in the room. Describe to us the room.
It's obviously the most luxurious room that he has. And in fact, it seems like extra things have been grabbed from the second and third most luxurious rooms and hastily moved into this one to make it even more impressive. There's a huge bed, soft sheets, roaring fireplace, gilded ornamentry everywhere.
This is a really fancy cell they gave you. Now,
Cell.
wait, are you cousin going to bed?
Why?
I thought we were just trying to get away from it.
I'm picturing you in like a
Like a
long,
nightgown.
a long striped nightgown, a little hat with a pom pom on. Exactly, that entire outfit being like with the candle
Well,
holder. and
not
everything.
yet. I need
It's
to
like,
brush my teeth first.
why?
You do what to them? You groom them like they're a horse?
Yes. I also do my horse's teeth at times.
Alright. We'll table that for now. Something ain't right with the governor there.
What do you mean?
He told us mermaids told us that we were coming, right?
Yes.
Yeah, mermaids don't come here.
Maybe they sent a letter or a seagull.
They don't do that. There's something weird going on. They were ready for us. Can you think of anyone that would have let the governor know we were coming here ahead of time?
Kraken Tom?
Alright.
I thought you meant the actual Kraken. Like the Kraken's like, these guys beat me up.
Okay, you have yourself a nice little nap. I'm just gonna crawl out this window.
Okay.
It was a good talk. Good talk. You'll grow into it. It's good. Have a nice night.
And I'll just open the window and I'll stand on the sill and drop out.
Okay, you fall into a brush.
Yes. I'll whistle for Gormengost.
Okay.
He'll like show up and he'll like grab me and like shake me around a bit because it's just his nature. It's like,
Alright, just take me to my people.
Okay.
sprint off with me with my neck in his mouth.
There is a dump on the outside of town.
But they're on an island.
They're different goblins.
Would they just throw it in the ocean?
No,
You're
those
saying that the
those are
goblins
the
live on the
sea
island.
goblins. They're not actual goblins.
The Kelpie.
They're Kelpies.
I'm just saying that like they look like goblins, but they've got like
Well,
webbed
see-
webbed fingers.
Goblins do that. Goblins aren't one animal. They're like a collection of like hundreds of different sapient creatures that just don't fit society and get pushed to the rim. Goblins aren't like a species. They're more of like a cultural slur.
I thought you were looking for the goblins that Lil found.
Yeah, let's go to them then.
Okay.
Just when you said island, I thought you meant to the top.
Merrily advanced the island, and there's Lil here saying hi.
Okay, there's a dozen goblins just kind of piling around,
Little weirdos.
making things out of trash. They are very weird.
I'll just show up and start barking at them because I'm a goblin king.
And they instinctively obey you.
Not instinctively obey like I'm their fucking overlord, but like they'll listen. I'm in charge.
What's the noise, boss man?
Hey! Tell me what it is around here.
Shit, suppression everywhere. Fucking humans in their walls.
Hey! We don't talk like that.
No
Don't
cussing.
use their words.
Slap.
They're keeping you out? Are they killing you?
No,
Alright, that's good. You're not raiding too much, are you?
we don't raid at all.
Alright, that saves a bit of a headache. You know anything about the wall builders in charge?
He's a jerk.
Yeah. But, anything malfeasant about him?
What?
Malfeasant.
Yes.
Alright.
Big words, yes.
Have you seen mermaids around here?
No mermaids come here.
Do you know why?
No mermaids come here.
I don't remember, they live on the island. There wasn't goblins.
Do you know why?
I don't speak mermaid.
Okay, have the wall builders been up to stuff before we got here? Have they been making a big show of things? Have they been hanging around the old big structures?
What, like... Lots of fancy people have been coming.
Do I know about High Overlord Jackface?
The Grand Architect?
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, I assume so, because
think
you're
so.
part of, like, his
Yeah,
team,
yeah.
which is trying to stop
I
him.
just couldn't remember if I knew him. But do I know enough to give like a vague description of him?
Probably.
Alright, I'll communicate that without having to say it with my vocal cords to the goblin NPCs.
What about that wall builder? Have you seen him around?
We don't go too far from the trash pile. We just see the ceremony.
Okay, so these wall builder walls go up high, right?
Yeah.
Alright. They don't go super low into the ground.
They look at you like you've just blown their minds.
Yeah. Also, these people piss and shit everywhere. Find the sewer access. They probably do it into the ocean like animals.
And what do we get?
What? You get cussing nothing. That's how you're made. I just gave you a gift.
I bite him on the ear!
All the other goblins shrink back a little.
I just gave you a gift. I gave you an in. I'm not telling you to do it now for me. I'm just saying that's how you'll do it.
I think I understand you.
Yeah. Are there any other of us around here?
Us? There's like...
Yeah. Other
us.
hives.
Like the floppy us.
Water ones?
Yeah.
Maybe they know about the mermaids. Where do they live?
He points.
Over there, that's their hive. Alright, keep it up.
Yeah, I got that booze you gave me.
Treats.
Okay. They grab it, they start drinking, and then they like go into a huddle.
Treats.
No, like you've just given them a lot of ideas and now they're
Yeah.
planning.
I'm gonna chant it as I start walking away with Lil and Gormangos.
Okay.
Just imagine 3 days later.
Alright, guys, the raid's ready. We'll do it just like he taught us. Ready?
They all get into a line. They just bite each other's ear in turns.
It's a dominance thing. It's a dominance thing when they're being bad. Alright, well, we'll both go on Gormangos back and he'll start doggy paddling out to wherever they pointed.
Okay. You doggy paddle for a while, but eventually you get to a rocky island that is covered in kelpie.
I'll start marking it.
Okay. Kelpie.
Hey,
What's up, boss man?
I want to know about mermaids. Why don't they come here?
Because we eat them.
Well, shit, there you go!
That's all I wanted to know. Do you know
We
anything
did
about the
one
wall
today.
builders?
What's that?
Do you know anything about the wall builders?
Nope.
Alright. I'm gonna take a nap here, then we're gonna leave.
You do you.
Yep. I'm doing me too.
Would you like some mermaid meat? We found them today.
I'm gonna say no.
Your friend's just like,
So you conk out there. You're conking out at the inn. You're
Yeah,
sleeping
well,
with your new friend.
Huddle up.
Okay. You get a little goblin ball.
Yeah.
I was originally just gonna leave the cave and go get these guys immediately, but then I was like, as I was about to leave, I'm like, wait, it's sleep time now, so I'll go back.
Puddle.
Okay. So you all wake up the next morning.
That's good.
Except for you.
Alright, we're back.
Okay.
Alessandro isn't around. He had some business to take care of, but he's left out breakfast for you.
I don't know. Okay, I get breakfast and go for a stroll around town.
I will. Oh, I guess yeah. We're gonna do each of us individually first. So.
I mean, if you time it right, you can sweep us all up to
Yeah.
go to the Goblin Island.
What are we gonna do next? Guys, everyone.
Well, I mean, you know where he is.
Sure,
He's down at the inn.
sure, let's go to the inn.
And you wake up in the cave. You wake up on the Goblin Island.
I'll wake up, have some of the like algae and stuff growing on the rocks in here, and then I will get up and be like, all right, time to go get my friends to save your stuff.
You're a true hero.
I look all like, yeah.
No.
What was that?
Silverbolt from Beast Wars. That's it, like.
Oh, he had his own little hero theme.
Yeah.
He had a Superman theme because he was so fucking paladin. It was great. Black Raccoon almost physically vomited at one point because he was too awful good.
That's amazing.
You shot me.
My lady, you shot me. It's like, yes, I'm a bad guy.
I'm evil.
I'm literally a Decepticon.
His leitmotif.
So yeah, I will. I'll get up and I guess go back to the place.
Yeah.
And like try
Well,
to find people.
When you walk up the stairs and head around, like we established that the inn was pretty close to the docks. So
Okay.
you see this guy coming down to knock
Can
on
we
his
have
door,
a-
who's probably still passed out. You got into the really good.
The
hooch.
really good stuff.
Yeah. Because now you guys are gonna fix a brewery, and he's pretty stoked about that, and he doesn't have to save it anymore.
I will be like, hey.
Oh, he's so loud. And whoever's playing the drums, stop. It's too early for that.
I think that's just a cat walking. How much do you have a drink, Pooper?
Many.
No.
Well, I made a new friend with the other one of me that's here.
Clarissa, right?
Yes, Clarissa. And yeah, so a bunch of her stuff got stolen by water goblins, by
Kelpie?
Kelpie, and I offered to help her get them back. So we should go do that.
Well, knowing goblins, I guess they just play around with it for a day and then just toss it out somewhere because they don't care.
None of it was edible, but goblins eat anything, so...
Well, you might have to consult Goblin King.
Well, I know where their island is. I was
Yeah.
just planning on going and raiding it.
I guess we could raid it. That seems like what they'd understand.
If a goblin takes your things, you go and take it back. If it's broken, then... I don't know.
Fix it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
If it's broken, take something else of theirs.
Fix something else and fix it. So, ready for that, Pooper? Or do you have the thing to fix?
I'm assuming that the brewery is not going anywhere. It's not going to.
No, and I mean, you guys are having this conversation right outside the inn, and Hamish is like, "It's like, oh, help your friends. Brewery will still be here tomorrow."
I'm nay in the mood for tinkering with the fineries of mechanics, but swinging around a few times.
Okay, I guess we can take some smaller boat or as well.
Does Goblin King come back to here, or are
Nope.
we going to meet him there? Okay.
No, I wake up and go, cuss! To Lil and Gorman Gus.
You know, I just realized we got totally recruited one of those goblins I gave treats to and told them information to our cause. Now we gotta swim back and make one of them come with us. It's all this ocean air.
So, yeah.
So you guys managed to get a rowboat.
Yeah.
There's very few.
That's fine. We'll manage to get one. With our influence.
Yeah, I mean, like, nobody stops you or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, for a dock, there's not a lot of boats.
Well, maybe they lost it to the raiders or something. I don't know.
Huh. That spread we had was pretty good last night, right? Lots
Oh,
of
yeah.
fish and stuff like that. Is there an actual fishery thing here?
Like a fishmonger?
No, like, I mean, is there, like, we said there's not that many boats.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of wondering, is there, like, the stuff here on the docks, that would be normally would be there for a fishery.
What do you mean by fishery?
Like, people would be repairing nets in the day. And
It's definitely big enough. Yeah, and there's like businesses set up around that would do that.
Yeah, all right. Never mind. I would just go in weird conspiracy ranty. So.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like if there's not a lot of boats, how are they getting food?
They're enslaving the mermaids. That's the.
Just have farms of mermaids. They're eating the
They're using farmed salmon.
worst kind of them all.
Okay, so are we... I guess we'll see when we get there what we're gonna be doing.
Oh, didn't ask me.
Well, raiding apparently.
Yeah, I just mean, I was gonna ask if we're gonna kill them, but we'll see when we get there.
Well, I don't think we should be killing them,
Well, they might fight back.
I'll just knock them out. All gently like.
Works for me.
Okay, so
I
you
just
guys
want to
are
get Clarissa's pearls back.
discussing this, rowing your boat,
Yeah.
heading out there. You see a rowboat coming up.
Nah, just kind of bathing on the rock.
It's not Goblin King.
I
Uh,
think...
The Kelpies start to get a little agitated when they see someone coming this way.
Nah, don't worry about it. If they're a problem, I'll just kill them all. Come on, it's the morning. Relax.
I'm not sure if that's Goblin King. I'm pretty sure that's a Goblin King. But also
I'm
that's
shirtless and I have my. I'm shirtless except for my crown.
Yeah. But also,
What about that other one?
definitely, that's Diamond Gap. Whatever the dog's called. That's definitely the dog, though. So that's definitely Goblin
Come
King.
on. I don't think there are water wargs around, so.
I was gonna make a joke about Poover still having double vision, but then I realized, remembered he only has one eye, so that's not going to happen.
You only have one eye?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Both
and the
you
bartender
and the
could have
barkeep.
bonded over that.
Yeah, both
It's
you and
very
the
common among the Brock folk.
Yeah, explosive expert.
Look at you running around with your head full of eyeballs.
Hey!
Oh, we're yelling. Perfect.
I'm waving.
Lil will get on top of Gormangos and wave.
I'm gonna wave into
Do they
the wind.
recognize you, or is that something just the goblins do? You can never be sure.
Well, I mean, I'm waving. You wave back when people wave. So either way.
So they might be parroting it.
Either way, it doesn't. That's definitely Goblin King. Hey, Goblin King.
Hey, look at y'all. Here on your little boat. You didn't just swim?
I mean, I could have, but I don't think they could have.
Neat, 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 neat. So, I figured out why there aren't any mermaids here.
Why?
Goblins are eating them.
Oh.
Which means the governor definitely didn't hear about us for mermaids.
Yeah, I heard from Clarissa that he likes to lie about where he gets his information because he has like a spy network of other governors. Yeah. So,
So,
yeah.
so the whole goblins eating mermaids thing.
What?
You did hear that, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, we do that.
It's
That's us.
It's bad that like people are dying, but also
Do they come here anymore? Do you see many mermaids these days?
No.
Looks like they learned their cussing lesson.
well, not really. It's just because there's no mermaids that they're not eating them. If
They're not going to
mermaids.
come back. They know how to come here.
Oh, you meant the mermaids learn the lessons, not the
Mermaids
goblins.
know how to come
Goblins
here.
don't learn lessons.
Shut up. We're not wall builders.
Okay.
So, I guess go find your pearls.
Oh yeah, these guys stole my friend's pearls. I want them back.
Goblins don't steal.
Well, he took them.
Yeah, they definitely did that. Hey! You guys get a bunch of clam loogies here?
Got a couple.
Can I have them?
I'm gonna cuss and stop you.
Alright, I'm gonna take them. I'm taking them now. Because I'm using them. That's how it works. Alright, I'm gonna use these, and I'm gonna use them to give them to you in exchange for a hug.
I put my
Yay!
arms straight up and don't move.
I will hug. Your
I
clothes
have
will be
now,
wet.
I have now done the wall builder thing of exchanging things for things I've gotten for free with my natural grace and musk.
You can have some passion in music in the bomb. Just kidding.
Do you guys like those pearls to hang out with?
Not weren't very good to eat.
Yeah,
The
you
shiny
only do
ones.
that so many times. Well, hey, I got something for you. That'll be real fun. And won't be useless like shiny rocks and metal.
I will give them the centipede mandible arm stabby thingy I did.
Look at that, it's a weapon. I made it from a worm I killed.
Oh, I'm gonna kill so many mermaids.
Yeah, it'll really wreck stuff. It'll really wreck face.
Oh my god.
That is my gift to you people. We're leaving now.
They're experimentally stabbing with the.
Yeah, it's like a whole arm thing. So you're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
They're really into it.
Yeah, there we go.
So you've armed one group of goblins and taught the other how to raid. This settlement's life is going to get very interesting.
It's their own fault.
They can't survive against residents. Well, sucks to be them.
Hey, we're gonna make a detour to the garbage dump where they all throw their shit and piss.
Okay.
Which isn't a swear, it's just the word that it is.
Can we detour there real quick?
Sure.
If we must, and that is definitely going to be said in character loudly. And
Yeah, perfect.
Can we just go there to the dump?
Neither
you
of
can
you
just
want to
cut to
ask
the dump.
why? Like, my character is like, whatever, sure, but like, neither of you want to be like, why are we going to the fucking dump with a bunch of piss and shit?
Well, we can always split up.
You're like, it's Goblin King.
Probably more goblins.
Alright.
Sounds like a goblin.
Are they all fine here in this hive?
Yeah, they're looking for sewer gratings.
Hey! I did you all a big favor yesterday and showered you with affection and my presence. When are you just gonna come hang out with me and be friends?
They all draw straws. Person who gets the short straw just kind of. cuss.
I'm just gonna walk up to him and start hugging him. It's like,
There we go. There we go. Just let it happen.
I'm gonna rub the back of his head and be like, shh, 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 shh. We're friends now. We're friends now. Shh, shh, shh. It's okay.
He weeps gently into your chest.
Just embrace my strong, strong arms.
Alright, I'll forge a bond with him. I'm gonna
Okay.
call this one Bitey.
Bitey. What is your bond with Bitey?
Bitey is my friend.
Okay.
I bit his ear yesterday because he was stupid.
Bitey,
I told him
the
what
goblin, is my friend. I'll forge that bond with him.
I call it the little one, Bite.
Right?
Oh, Lil is someone else.
Perfect, 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 perfect. All right, get on the horse or the fork, whatever.
Get in its mouth.
You're my buddy.
Okay, he hops on.
Okay, what's the plan? Are we gonna go to the thing and stop the wall from being torn down? What's the plan now that we're here and the thing's here?
I guess we should check up on the architecture, see whether it's still fine, and well,
Do they have an army here?
it doesn't look that way.
Because, like, isn't this place, like, built
Yeah,
to
the militia.
protect the thing?
Well,
maintain it.
the wall is like the first line of defense, and then this is just a pillar that holds it up.
Because, like, they don't have boats, so they clearly don't have a
I mean,
navy.
it's not like if this is an in character, out of character discussion.
Out of character.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the pirates are gonna come over and like, hey, let's steal this giant magical 300-meter tall pillar.
That'll destroy our world if we wreck it
Yeah.
and kill
So
us.
they're here more to maintain it.
Yeah, I guess. They
Probably
would.
have like a little fort defense or something.
They wouldn't know they would
militia.
need to defend it, because...
No one has ever tried to like destroy the wall.
That makes sense.
Yeah, Poover will make a note though that like you should probably have the wall badgers send some actual people here to keep an eye on things
Okay.
in the future.
Return the pearls.
Oh, yes.
Your quest.
Fuck.
Let's clear the quest log.
I probably would have fucking forgot to give them back.
Oh, I've got
Because,
the
like,
pearls now.
halfway through the story, I'm like, oh yeah, I got these purples.
What's this doing in my inventory?
Oh man, it's a quest item.
Yeah.
I can't toss it out.
Oh god, this broken broom is the one I fetched from the cellar at level 0 killing rats. That was 44 hours ago.
I'll go back to the cave where Clarissa lives.
You've returned?
Yeah, and I got your pearls.
Oh, truly you are the greatest of heroes.
Yes.
I can never repay you for this kindness you have done me today.
Recruit her.
The way it's phrased is like, I'm not going to do anything for you. Do you want to help save the world in return?
Do I have a moral imperative to save the world is the real question.
It sounds like you do.
You live in the world, right?
You do live here, so and your pearls live here. So if the world ends, so will your pearls and you.
I accept your reasoning.
I nod. Awesome.
I mean, I would have asked about the.
Oh, hey, Goblin King, you're fucking here?
Well, aren't I? I thought we all knew.
You can't come here unless you can hold your breath real long.
I just passed out halfway through and floated over here.
Oh. Okay. This is Goblin King.
Current took me.
He's one of my friends. He helped me get your pearls back.
Yes, sorry.
Then I am
mean to-
indebted to you as well.
Great. Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just really surprised that you're here.
Yeah.
It's only my sanctuary.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask if
Come to filing.
if there's a moral imperative to compel you to save the world, does that involve the consent of the people in the world for it to be saved because they haven't made the choice of whether or not they want to be wiped out?
Well, that is the real dilemma. But by destroying the world, would I not be depriving them of further choices? So if I have a moral imperative to allow them to choose, then I also have a moral imperative to prevent them from being prevented to choose by dying.
Also,
Is inaction a
Like-
form of action?
every living thing wants to live.
I was going to say, like, pinatas, fireworks.
Goblins.
No, alive.
Goblins don't have a will to live.
Well, you know, things that are goblins.
Yeah. Like animals and stuff want to live and everything. So,
What about praying mantises? Or as we call them, praying goblins.
do they know that they're gonna die? Why do they die?
The mates eat them.
If this is the level of discourse that I can expect on my travels, then I will most assuredly join you.
Da-da-da-da.
Hooray! I'm gonna take a bond with her.
Hey, I told you about the ship Odysseus.
We call it the goblin ship.
As you do.
What is your bond with Clarissa?
Clarissa, explain it all.
Oh, she's even a philosopher. She is explaining it all. That's beautiful. I don't really know how to phrase it. Like, other than-
Clarissa explains it all.
I follow Clarissa's balls. Her
I-
pair of balls.
What?
Clarissa trusts me to help her when she's in trouble.
That sounds like that's her bond with me more than my bond with her.
I help
I
Clarissa.
enjoy helping Clarissa because it makes me feel like a hero.
Clarissa makes me feel like a hero. How do you spell Clarissa?
Clarissa.
Okay.
Yeah, it just happens. I just stopped paying attention. I ended up following you. Sometimes I just black out.
Well, we gotta go up now, so I mean,
I'll start pulling in and start breathing water in to pass myself out.
I guess I'm taking him.
So you guys come out of the water, and as you emerge, coming down the stairs is a weeping woman.
Oh,
Oh, I came to say...
Oh my!
I came to see the new unit, Clarissa, but there's two of you.
I'm
Hello.
Marilla.
Well, you have to help me. My son is deathly ill, and he can only be restored by a type of seaweed that grows deep, deep, deep down on the ocean floor. I can't get it myself, but if you could...
Sure.
How
Yeah.
awfully specific.
What kind of seaweed? What's going on?
If you come with me to the apothecary, I can show you a picture.
Sure. Hey, we got another quest.
Yeah, these people are pretty needy. Okay.
We're heroes, right? Saving the world and stuff?
Yeah.
That's what we call it.
Okay.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
These goblins and know nothing of true heroism. Truly improve the world. Get another thing on the still!
We bury potatoes just like you people do.
So you want to repair the still?
Yeah, it's essentially just, we'll just get that going.
You took the move from the tanker, now it's a Decepticon.
So you head to the brewery, and you go in, and with your expert eye, it's not broken, it's trashed. Someone did it to look like it just kind of fell apart, but it's pretty clear that someone took a pipe to this place.
Well, that's a bit of sacrilege. Do such a thing.
Hey, Mr. Batman, how prone are you to being violent stupors? Just kidding.
Yeah, nay brown folk would be taken out to the brewery and...
No matter how drunk they were.
The
But
children, yes, but the brewery.
Is there some...
Fucking Lord, that's dark!
Jesus Christ, Peter, you snuck that one in.
stealth bomb.
Ah,
Is there someone who would gain by this thing being destroyed?
Nay, who could gain from the destruction of a brewery?
Is there a human brewery in town, perhaps?
Nay.
what
temperance
is this
movement.
racism?
All right, well, I'll take a look. I'll look closely and see if I
Okay.
can glean any understanding of
what's going on?
what the hell's going on. I got a 9. So I get 3 questions, but I find out one of them hard.
Is there racism around here? Yes, and you find it out by being
It's like that fucking Flight of the Conchords skit, Dudley the Very Racist Dragon.
I think I've seen that one.
What are your questions?
My questions are,
Who did this?
what is going on here and what do my senses tell me?
Do you want another question? Because I feel like I just answered that. The place has been smashed and your senses tell
If
you
I
there was
were-
vandalism.
If I were asking questions, do you have to ask from the list, or can you make up your own?
You do have to ask for
Because-
the list, but I remix them. Like, I organically kind of change up what I'm looking
Because
for.
the real
Yeah.
question you want to ask is, what height are the pipe marks? Are they human height, or are they your folk height, or whatever?
Yeah, sorry. Like, I want to know kind of, is there any clue as to the details as to the
Who
the
did this?
destruction that was caused here? Any hints on how it was done? Who did it?
Well, it was done with a pipe, or some other long hard object, and one of the windows is unlatched, and it looks like it's been forced.
And there's no other signs of anything around here that lead back. Like no one left a mysterious locket or a cigarette with a nightclub name on it or any other
Unfortunately, not.
nonsense.
The sign of the temperance movement.
Fucking matchbook from a strip bar.
A big glass bottle of ouzo that was half empty. No, nothing like that then. All right, take a closer look at the window, I guess.
Okay.
Any signs of anything going on outside? Tracks away from it. Well, it looks like they broke in through here.
Who would do such a thing?
That's a good question. I didn't know. I mean,
Well, you guys are commiserating. A woman in a robe carrying some books comes up to you. So,
She must be the librarian.
yes, she is. Adila. She says, "Excuse me, I was expecting you to come by today, and when you didn't show up, I thought I would just come seek you out."
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We had some other matters to take care of, but I think I'm currently available, so let's...
Yes, to the library.
Yes.
Okay, so she takes you to the library. Says, obviously here we study and preserve the history and knowledge of the architects. And occasionally we come upon a very rare find when we're digging up around the base of the pillar. Artifacts and such. Usually we can suss them out, but there is one that has been vexing us considerably, and we were wondering if maybe an actual architect might have more success with it.
Oh, I can certainly have a look. Yeah,
So she takes you down into the bowels of the library, and there behind like a locked room, there's a table with a like a pyramid-shaped object on it that's carved all over in runes of ancient architects. There's a lot of like channels and cutting pieces and areas where it doesn't quite meet.
Okay, so I'm going to analyze it and figure out how do I fix it with my great builder's move.
You can't fix it because it's not broken.
Ah. Okay, then I'll try to pad it out, figure out how to work it.
Okay. After about a good hour of studying it, you realize that you can maneuver bits of it to turn and lock.
Okay.
And it changes configurations of runes or seams along it.
Okay. I continue on it for a while and see where I can get this.
Okay.
Should I make some move? Look closely or something?
Yep.
Sense. What's my sense at? +0. I roll a 6. Womp womp. So no. Let's look closely. Oh, you want to ask one question? Oh, okay. But I find the answer hard way. Okay, I guess what's the purpose of this device?
Okay. You definitely find this out the hard way because it takes you like 8 hours of fiddling around with this thing before you figure it out. And its purpose is to keep you busy.
Oh, fucking lord. That's beautiful.
Womp womp. And then what happens?
Nothing. Well, I mean, like, what do you like? Do you say like, "Aha, this is
Aha.
a toy"?
It's a large puzzle piece. No, I think I've disassembled it to, I don't know, maybe change the shape from a pyramid or something like, I don't know, a cube or something like that. No, it's a giant puzzle piece. See, now it works like this.
But why would such a thing be made?
Well, probably to sharpen the mind, you know, you give toys to children that learn how to apply the knowledge in, you know, other fields. So, it's a very complicated, you know, puzzle piece for learning.
So it's a learning instrument.
Yes.
Fascinating. Oh, thank you. Well, we'll add this to the annals.
Oh, thank you. Well, I guess I make some small talk along the way and, like, you know, figure out what's, you know, what else is going on around here, I guess.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, what's the news around town? How's the, you know, pillar being maintained? And
Oh, I spend most of the time with my books. You people coming is the only real thing of note that's happened in months.
Any interesting tomes you have?
What's that?
Any interesting tomes you have?
I have many interesting tomes. Let me show them to you.
And then
All right,
So-
man.
And then you guys were diving. You were diving for seaweed.
Yeah.
What were you up to in the afternoon?
Not gonna lie, I can't really help with this.
No, you would just pass out?
I can only pass out for so long without air.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go do a different sort of passing out and help, Music Man.
Music Man?
You know, Music Man hangs out with us. Do you understand a word he says?
Oh, Poover.
I mean, I wouldn't pronounce it like that, but yeah. I'll go hang out with him, speaking of passing out. They're people who are drunks.
and her people are drinks.
See you later. See you later, slick stuff.
And yeah, I'll go find Hoover.
Okay.
So he's at the brewery. First he's trying to fix it, then he's investigating why it was smashed.
Now I'll crawl in through a window or through his fireplace or whatever.
Okay.
The same window.
The guy's just like, bashes you.
Right?
So, what's everyone up to?
Shit, I forgot how to what your character's name was. Maybe?
Marilla.
Marilla.
Marilla, okay, so Marilla and I gave back some pearls to an order for people. You know, she's going on the ocean floor to save someone who's terribly sick.
How did that come about?
No, someone needed help. And Prince, whatever, is up to something. And I came here checking on you. What are you up to?
I was wondering who broke this thing and fixed it.
Like someone broke it? Like sabotage?
Through the window.
Do you think it's racially motivated?
Nay.
Others aren't like that.
This looks recent, right? Because
yeah.
very recent.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, the brew only broke down like a couple days
Can
ago.
I get a clue check or something, or can I just decide, given that my character is military-minded, what's...
You can do whatever you feel is in character for you.
Okay.
Let's go on investigation. Let's try.
I mean, you can fix it, right?
I could. It would just take some time.
Well, why don't we do that?
Might just be
There's more
smashed
important
or-
things to be doing.
Yeah.
What do you say we go do a quick check of the reason we came here without telling anyone in town?
Yeah, okay. I'll do a Gorman cast.
Do police exist?
Yeah, like guards and stuff.
I mean, if they have
Militia.
slavery, they definitely have police.
Because, like, did the guy report the crime? Maybe the police have some information. Wait, no, they're not engineers, so they wouldn't have noticed that it was.
Yeah.
No one
they
knew
think,
that
they
it
think
was
it just it just broke.
Yeah.
And that they're also just like guards. They're like guys who carry around clubs or swords or something and deal with
Not
Militia.
like cops.
We're here to investigate. We're here to like keep the people down.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out if the person's guilty. Have him eat the stale pumpernickel, and if he doesn't puke his guts out, he's not guilty.
Only a witch would be able to do that. Also, only a goblin, because goblins can eat anything.
They're never guilty. 'Cause for them, it's not a crime.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Local Gorman cast will go by dog. Or Vorg.
All right, so we're gonna go check out the place of power.
You're heading to the
Pillar.
door to the path up the mountain.
Yeah.
Okay. You start heading up there on what, Main Street?
We're gonna try and slip out of town.
Well, town is walls,
Oh,
the
good. Okay.
court, and the door.
Sure. I guess we'll head out the.
Go to the garbage goblins.
There's a huge crowd of people in like the main square, like halfway up towards the door, that are all clustered around something, just like wailing and pulling at their hair.
Okay, well that's probably
That
worth
seems normal.
Yeah.
They're probably upset there's no egg-based sauce.
A child has fallen down this well. We have no way to get them out. If only there was someone of an engineering mindset with the skills and craft who could raise the child from what is now obviously certain death.
I will walk up to the well.
Yeah.
And I will use my last use of strongest guy I know to slam my foot to the ground as hard as possible, causing the ground in the well to pop the kid up out of the well.
Yeah, there you go. There's your cussing kid. Let's go. Don't all prostrate yourselves at once to goblin.
Okay.
Was there actually a child in the well?
That was
though?
actually a child.
Okay.
So like,
Don't all prostrate yourselves before me at once.
This sounds like it's
Some things like, you know,
it's giving me memories of when in Exalted we went into the wild, into that Mario.
all right.
Or like if we're in the towers where they had like the, you know, like you see the guy with the thing above his head and he, you know, like the 8-bit area.
Anyway, do they react to that at all?
Yeah, they're overjoyed.
There we are.
And by overjoyed, you mean not looking very impressed by the fact they're only able to delay us about
Yeah.
10 seconds.
All right, we get back on the Vorg and go up the mountain.
Well, you don't go up the mountain. You
You
get
know
to
what I
you
mean.
get to the gate,
Yeah.
which is
We make an attempt.
a large wooden steel reinforced gate with 4 guards in front of it.
Okay, we'll just ignore it completely.
It's closed.
That's fine. We're gonna go off to the side.
Okay.
All right. So what's the ground made of?
Dirt.
All right.
Yeah, me too. We're filthy animals. We can do this.
I actually have a thing for this.
Okay.
I have dig deep. I can.
It's coming up.
It's actually coming up.
coming up!
Your people are famous for the ability to dig quickly and safely. You can clear the path right in front through earth and stone, so I can go right through the wall if I want. Way quicker than, and it will take some time, but way quicker than anyone else would expect it to.
Yeah, we'll go
Also,
off
I have
something.
tunneling gear to make it even go quicker.
Okay. As soon as you start, the guards take off.
There's Lee.
Flee.
They're going at a full run
Towards us or away?
away.
Okay.
That's suspicious.
That doesn't seem normal.
Yeah.
And we're not
Let's try
gods.
it again.
I keep thinking we're godbound, so I'm like, they're just afraid to say anything because we're gods. And I was like, oh wait, no, we're not.
We're just people.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll head back to the gate.
Can we open it?
No. You have to open it from one of the, what do you call them in walls? Where you like go up, there's
Like
things.
a ratcheting system?
Yeah. But
Why don't you just hook me up there?
one of the guards is coming back with Alessandro.
Oh my god. Oh, God's my life.
So you're just gonna do me dirty like that? After all the hospitality we've tried to show you, you're gonna dig up my garden?
We're going to go up the mountain for the reason we were here. Could you please explain
At
to
this,
me why
at
every
this
one
time
of
of
us...
day, it's a whole mountain's trek. You'll be stranded there.
Your life, my duty. Guess which I care more for.
Oh my god, you're just going right there. Alright. I'm into it.
Well,
Just getting real.
your life, but you came here with a lot of other people, and I only see one of them.
Is that how you want to play this? Because out of the group, 2 members of our group are the people who cuss shit up. 2 members of our group are the people who cuss things in their cussing cuss hole. And that's both of us. We're not the water person or the little kid.
Let me tell you, I killed the
I
dragon.
didn't want it to come to violence.
I mean,
Okay.
oh.
I wanted to do this the nice way. The way where you just come here, you hang out for a few days, you have a good time, you feel good about yourself, and then ultimately your pointless quest is irrelevant. But you have forced
You've
my
taken
hand.
too much time, pulls out his axe and attacks him.
Oh, we're going
Okay.
with it, are we?
Oh, absolutely. Now, Prover has become convinced that this guy's attempting to stop him from destroying the wall. That's literally his species, like his personal goal. It's like, no,
I'll
you-
like say that like as you're like doing this, I'll go out and it's like
He's taking it to a racial place. You gotta back off right now, man.
Quite far. So,
because it is. It's your whole people's.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
he's
like,
taking
oh
it
no, this
there.
has become the worst thing.
so what are you doing? / do you have an advantage here?
I think this counts as clearing the path because I have taken this way too far, like further than
I don't know what clearing the path does.
when you charge through something standing through you and where you're going. Roll plus iron.
Sure.
So I'm.
I
Just
mean,
gonna...
you have advantage against him because he is an unarmed, fat old man.
I'm not actually trying to kill him. I just don't want him to get it. So we're just gonna rush the gate, right through the freaking gate or whatever.
I mean, finishing them doesn't mean you have to kill them. Depends on what you do. If it's iron, you tire them out.
Yeah. Just basically just.
He's like trying to chase after you, and he's like,
I'm so old and fat.
I'm so
I've been
old
talking
and
for like
fat.
half an hour. I need a drink.
So is this like literally getting in my way or between me and the thing?
No,
Or
he's
is it-
standing you, telling you that he's not.
Oh, I
going
just
to let you
ignoring
leave.
him and just
Yeah,
hitting.
you do that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna see if I can.
He also is metaphorically standing in your way. So
He's still keeping
Yeah,
busy.
Listen,
Just go ahead.
Oh, you do your thing. Do your thing.
Oh yeah, Badger
Have your
charged.
seat.
Badger charged through his legs, and I think is he like on top of the portcullis thing or whatever, like a staircase or?
No, he came up the path.
He's
so it's
behind
like,
the gate.
He's
not
behind
like-
the gate. You guys are closer to the gate than he is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna go forget him and just ignore him. Just go up and open the damn door.
Okay.
And then you were saying?
So you're just gonna tear through. Do it. Do your clear the path.
Yeah, clear the path.
Do your
So
thing.
10, and
Okay.
actually 12 with bonuses.
Was there a U-shaped hole in the
Yeah, there's
portcullis?
basically I just run up to the freaking gate and just badger it the crappy lock that someone's tried to come in from the inside recently, and
Leave the path.
I leave a path for followers to come.
Okay.
So, like in Fantastic Mr. Fox, where they just go.
So you guys, whatever you're doing at this point, become interrupted by this because you're going to hear what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
He just sort of looks at you, smashing through, and goes, "No one leaves." And then all the villagers around him start going, "No one leaves.
Uh-oh.
No one leaves. No one leaves. No one leaves." And they start banging on things and chanting. And you hear a great crack and snap. And the Colossus at the foot of the harbor turns to life and moves towards you and yells, "No one leaves."
This is giving
And
us
throws
heavy Night Vale feels.
throws his torch ahead of you, and it crashes ahead of you. I mean, you're still outside. You could run around it. You could tunnel under it, but he's awake and he's coming.
Okay, Governor
Alessandro.
Alessandro. Yeah, I'm gonna level with you. I feel like you're operating under an objective here that runs counter to your own best interests.
I could say the same of you.
You can't really. Goblins, you know how it is.
I would have thought goblins would pursue freedom,
Oh,
not
definitely.
oppression.
Best chance I got that wall goes down would be hilarious for us. But I have other objectives in mind to keep everyone's people happy and safe. So I gotta follow that. Not a big thing right now. Let's table that for later. So if that wall goes down and High Architect whatever is wrong, which he certainly is, all your people get wiped out and extincted forever, and the whole world is goblins. Not that bad for us. Super happy.
As you're
about-
doing that speech, you feel a bite on your ear.
Who did that?
Bitey.
Wait.
And then Bitey drops down and says, "We were promised freedom! Freedom for all goblins! And you serve the oppressor! You're no goblin king!" And I break your bond.
Okay. I'm gonna bite his head off.
Okay.
Just table this for I'm gonna get back to you with my speech, okay? Just one moment. One moment.
10. Borch! In one single bite, my jaw will just stand. I'll bite his head off and swallow it, and then just kind of push his body over to Gormenghast.
You are also in despair.
Oh, well, that sucks.
And so you guys are aware of what's going on now.
Me?
Or, well, I mean, like, you,
Oh, well, the
you
fucking-
hear chanting, and then you hear something come to life.
I'm under the ocean really far, though.
Then you see...
You hear the shockwave.
I probably hear, like,
this
the big...
would, this
Yeah.
would also certainly, I'm reasonably certain, Ghost Ensign would be like, "Oh shit, the mouth. He didn't say something suspicious happening. I think this may qualify."
Yeah, flare goes off.
I'm just gonna appeal to your better angels here. The architect is wrong. When that wall goes down, you're all gonna get wiped out. You're on an island. The wall's made of ice. Ever dropped an ice cube into a glass? That's what happens. Look past what's been promised to you and what your traditions demand, and see that just on a physical level, this will be bad for your people.
And I'm going to try and convince him with finishing him, because you said we had advantage, by showing the error of his ways with wisdom.
Okay. He had advantage trying to finish him with killing, because he was frail and unarmed.
Oh,
So you're currently keeping him busy, I guess.
I
by
guess I am keeping him busy then.
We're talking sense.
With sense.
We're talking sense. I can try and talk
Yeah.
get sense to get advantage. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So that's a 6 because I'm in despair. And then I add my stats. Talking sense is grace, sense, or wisdom. So I got me a 7+, which is the do as you ask the best of my ability. So I'm convincing
Did
him.
you count that you're in despair?
I did. I rolled 3 dice to the lowest. It would have been a 9. So I'll owe him a favor, but he'll do what I ask. What I'm asking is for him to open his mind and listen to reason so I get advantage on him.
Okay. So normally I wouldn't listen to the prattling of goblins, but I'm a reasonable man. I'm open to multiple views. Though I doubt you have wisdom surpassing the Grand Architect Zane.
The Grand Architect Zane is operating on his own personal,
What's what I'm looking for?
Delusions?
Not delusions.
his own personal glory. He's trying to usurp his way into the history books in the same way the architects of old have. Not with great works of progress and not with his own 2 hands, but with wild movements on the painting board and pulling strings on a tapestry. He's not playing the chess of ages. He's swinging at the game board and flipping pieces over, hoping people will see it as wise. Surely you can see that. That great unmanaged change to your way of life and your society can only bring chaos and disaster.
Shit.
Can I roll finish him?
Yes, you can.
Oh boy, here I go failing. 3. Oof. I got me a 6.
Okay.
Lose advantage. Face retaliation.
Unless, is there any way to get?
I could.
Is there anything I
Are you
have?
working with anyone?
Yeah, I could aid and add up. Plus, if this goes badly, I'm just going to start slaughtering the people left, right, and center.
No. The people. Can Lil or Gark? No, they would have. That's not how this game works. Yeah, unless you have a way. Wait, are you there?
Well, I mean, I haven't
made the
Because
call.
the lantern went in front of you.
Hmm?
The Colossus threw his giant structure lantern. So if you
Oh,
haven't
yeah,
gone around
you-
that-
I'm past. Yeah.
Zip through the
Okay.
gates, and then the lantern
Yeah.
smashed in front of you.
So if you came back for me and pitched something in, it would negate my despair, which would give me an 8.
Yeah. Okay. I would probably want the people to come up. So maybe he at this point he'll stick his head up as he's tunneled underneath the fire. He just sticks his head up.
Okay.
Come on, gates open.
No, you have to say something to him to negate my disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Plus, if you don't do what he says, I'm going to start killing villagers as traitors to the architects.
Oh yeah, he totally do that. His people are crazy.
Well, at least you.
If anything, you've only made me more firm in my resolve.
That didn't negate my did that negate my despair? Him palling up.
He didn't really help you.
Damn it.
You were making a
But we have a
you were
strong
you were making a convincing argument, and then he popped up and said, "Oh yeah, and I'm also going to murder 1,000 innocent civilians."
He's only against you.
But we have a strong emotional bond, and that just spurred me on into hope, which negates the despair. It's our feelings that overcame these tragedies.
Well, then how do you know you didn't move the lower dice and not the higher dice?
What?
Because you rolled those 3 dice. And
Yeah,
you
they're
said-
right here in front of me.
Yes, now you're saying, oh, the hope would negate the despair, and then I'll remove the lower dice. How do you know which one you'll be removing?
You would just re-roll if it negates each other. You'd have to.
Yeah.
That's still an advantage.
That's confusing as shit. Huh. Didn't work though?
No, it didn't work.
He made it worse.
Oh well.
Alright. What do you think of moral absolutism?
So I guess something's coming
Yeah,
your
someone
way,
spin
though.
the spotlight away. I just lost.
I mean,
Get it away from me.
So, goddamn, what's her name?
Me?
well,
Juliet?
but first, since you failed on the roll, there's possible sort of retaliation that the GM wants, and when when the threat is coming, then the spotlight swings because you're in danger.
Adelia is the name of a NPC, but I don't remember which one.
The one that's with him.
Yeah, I'll do the librarian. So I guess you should look at Katsu.
Alessandro's not going to retaliate against him.
I mean, it
I
could
need
be
to retaliate emotionally.
like, show signs of approaching danger, or separate you from the group, or things like that. There's different cuts you can do other than just hit. But we can come back to that, I guess.
Yeah, I can you damage a stat by damaging my confidence.
Yeah, then just take damage. Damage is
Like,
stat
say
because...
it's coming, and then I have a chance to react
Okay.
to it. That's
So you have emotional injury coming in because you feel like you made the best, most compelling argument, and then your friend screwed it up, and now you. And
I don't feel bad. I feel bad, but I don't hold it against him. It happens.
okay, then we'll just move on, just because they're just going to leave it up to the Colossus from this point.
Sure.
So Adelia starts to walk away from you.
What's going
Quickly.
on, Lilia?
I don't know. I just have to check something outside.
No, you have to tell me. I talk sense to her because she's under my thing, so she has to listen.
That is a weird rule.
It's so good. I'm glad I'm immune to it.
He's
And all my people.
Okay, because the guy in charge showed me royal treatment. Therefore, everybody that...
No, I know how it works. I'm just saying it's
brutal.
it's weird. I'm locking you in this room now.
Don't.
Slams the door shut.
Open the door. Talk sense.
Don't you have to roll to talk sense?
No, they're royal treatment.
Yeah, because it's under yes, my liege. I don't need to talk sense to someone below my rank, so...
Okay. I think you can do it, but you have to make at least a bit of a compelling argument. Other than just, I give you a command and you obey it like a robot.
By the hammer of Thor, your family will be
Yeah,
struck
I'm here to
down.
save you, and obviously there's some danger coming out there. I need to go out there and save the people, save your village. So you have to let me out, and we have to work together.
And your only intent is to save the village?
Save the village, save everyone.
You're not going to assassinate the Grand Architect?
What, he's here?
He's not.
Yes, he's
What
been
else?
here for 3 weeks.
Oh, that bitch!
What else haven't I been told?
Do you want to go into it right now? Because I would be...
On the
Right next to the door, she's like, sure, I'll keep you busy telling us all
Yeah.
the plots.
As we're walking and talking.
Okay, she reluctantly opens the door for you.
Yeah. So, anything else you'll be springing up on me here?
Well, there was a plan B, which is what you're hearing right now.
Well, thank you for being so honest.
I feel like I can't help myself.
She's just compelled by honor.
I mean, we do have that, effect on people, royalty and all that.
I guess I'm just preconditioned to obey an architect.
I guess you are.
Oh, builders.
So you go outside,
And see the
and
Colossus.
you see the Colossus.
Oh, okay. Well, I think you need to go to safety along with everybody you value. If you want, you can go to my ship. It should be safe, and I'll have to deal with this. It's like, fly away on my elven boots.
Oh, right. I was like, what? You can fly? I always forget.
Clarissa immediately starts trying to drown you.
Oh, that
As soon as I hear the Colossus or whatever, I start swimming up, and then she's just like,
Yeah, and then she's grabbing onto you, trying to pull you down. And I break my bond with you.
yeah, I guess.
Um,
Like you break the bond I have with her.
yeah. And I reveal that she has a bond with the Overlord, who promised to make her queen of your people.
People don't have queens,
Not
you
yet,
bitch.
they don't.
She totally lied when she agreed with me about not needing fucking politicians.
And you are in despair.
I am in despair. That's really sad.
Where's that knife?
You guys are just lucky that you didn't make bonds.
My only bond is booze. Booze and honor.
I'm gonna fight back.
Okay.
Yeah. What should I do?
So she is a threat that you would need to overcome.
I mean, yeah, according to the cut coming, you're being drowned. So yeah,
I guess
overcome.
that's, if there's a cut coming in, do we swing?
No, I mean, I think this has been an establishing cut.
Okay.
So this is what's happening.
I don't know if I have anything that lets me get advantage. Oh, can I just
I mean,
roll to get
anything
away?
Yeah, flee.
Yeah. And I'm in water, so I roll with hope. So it negates each other, so I just roll 2 dice.
That's good.
Aha.
So I roll 2 dice
Plus grace.
plus grace.
For getaway.
Oh yeah. I'm also hard to see underwater, but she's one of my people, so
Yeah.
she probably knows how to see me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got a 9.
Choose one.
I would like to get there quickly, avoiding any harm along the way.
Okay. You pop up above the water. You swim much, much faster than she is. And you see the same thing Peter sees. The Colossus pivoting in its stance. It's one hand now empty of a torch, the other hand still holding a sword.
I'm gonna book it to land and, yeah. I'm not gonna go near the Colossus, but I'm gonna definitely try to figure out what's going on. Did I get the seaweed?
You know
Sure.
that doesn't matter, right?
I don't think she does.
I
It's just-
don't.
It happened too quick.
So I have the seaweed?
You
Is the
can
lady
have
around?
the seaweed.
Can I find the lady?
Her son isn't. They were making everything up.
Well, my character doesn't know that.
Oh, okay.
My character thinks it was
Go.
real.
Oh, that's
Find
right.
her.
Your character doesn't know that.
Yeah.
No, you don't see her around. She's joined the crowd. They are all chanting and banging. No one leaves though.
I'm gonna be very disconcerted, but I'm still gonna keep the seaweed because I don't want some kid to die because I was
Okay.
confused.
Back to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, hey, Poofy, can we tone it down a little bit
X-nay on
on the
the...
murder threats?
The justice should be up. You're right. Justice should be up to the
Okay.
the captain. The
All right,
captain.
all right. Maybe moral objectivism is going to go. How about environmentalism? Okay. Wall goes down, right? Oh no, it's a tragedy. If the wall goes down, an entire classification of people will go extinct. His people. That's assuming your place doesn't drown, right? But that means even if there's a new world out there and it's free and it's great for your children's, they will be stained with the blood of genocide on their hands from wiping out his people, who are so stupid and stubborn they'll stay on that wall as it drowns because they're blood bond with the architects to keep it safe. So, is a potential future you don't know about for your children worth the guaranteed genocide of an entire unique group of people that are so honor-bound and pure and just that they will go down with a sinking ship even if they could get off of it?
Okay, roll it.
Is that advantage?
Talk
Is that
sense.
talk sense? What is this? Do I get advantage for that?
I think you're trying to talk sense.
All right. And I've negated the despair because he's right there.
Okay.
All right.
Is he helping you though?
He
Are you
is
working
by
with him?
being the example.
Ah,
Yeah.
fair enough. Yes?
5.
I don't care if we genocide the badgers. Fuck them.
Okay. A second later,
I mean-
a badger claw. If you have him say something like that.
On the 6-, there is a result.
Whoa, choose one.
Sure.
They cannot do as you ask and will tell you why, or the favors to them is expensive, difficult, or demanding. Okay, alright, so my favor is he'll just keep listening to me. What is the demand? You know what? I know how I can get the demanding part of this.
Okay.
Like he's looking like he's not paying attention anymore, he's kind of like zoning out.
No, he's listening to you. He's just not agreeing with you.
I can see I'm losing you a bit, but just to give you an example of how great of a friend he is, we're goblins. We don't take things, we don't keep things, right? But like,
And I will give him the money we got from the Kraken there.
he got that for me. Just out of the kindness of his heart. That's just what his people are like. They're so just and pure. To repay me saving his life, he just gave me that, and I'm going to give it to you. It's a sign of our friendship.
As them just tickle it with the right arm.
Sounds more like you're a mercenary.
No, I'm a king.
Like goblin. Okay.
Yeah, I'm born this way.
Like it's
Sounds
regrettable.
That is regrettable, is what his response was, by the way.
All right.
Oh.
But using the money to like give to him to kind of
Okay.
smooth over the 6-, do I now have advantage?
Advantage to finish him?
Yeah.
Sure. What are you trying to do?
All right. Well, the finisher is going to be with wisdom, because I'm trying to show him the error of his ways. So that'll go into the nice part of the speech.
It's like, all right, yes, I'm born this way. Goblins are born free. They don't have structure, they don't have history, they don't have information. They don't have, like a cultural tapestry. We're just like this. We just exist and we live and we die. Why we can exist like that right now and why I'm working with the heir to the architects is because your people exist. You're wall builders. You make statues. You write history. Which means even long after I'm gone, you'll be there to tell people about me. Even if I never care to write it down. We don't have written language. We form a symbiote circle with each other. One side assists the other. We depend on each other. If you follow through with this, you'll upset that balance. You'll remove his people. And my people will change. They'll change in a way where we're not helpful or, we're not there to sort of be a sign of the environment. We tell you things about the world you live in, and we'll change if this happens. And that change will be beneficial for you or your people.
Oh, I forgot forgot to change the music.
That's okay.
All right, roll it.
All right. Here we go, Poovy. 6, 7. So I damage it
Okay.
with wisdom. If I did blood, he'd be so dead.
He has 2 stats: stubborn and cunning.
I'm gonna take away stubborn.
Okay.
He's starting to see it through my perspective.
Okay, how can I profit from this?
Okay. And what are you doing?
I'm gonna remind him. You do know that if you do this, and the words of what was started here comes back to any people who survive, consider what my people will do. The ones who didn't live through this.
Is that the truth?
I am an old aged badger who owes a greater debt to the young ones who've lost their bairns to what you are reaping here today, who've lost their entire families. Think what they'll do to this island. I'm not saying this as a. I'm asking you to consider. Even if you win here today.
Okay. What are you rolling?
I'm going to roll. So what would be appropriate for the
Talk sense.
talk sense? I guess.
Speak self. No, not speak self.
No, this is talk. I think we were hammering talk sense this session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to use your bond with me because we've been bouncing off
Yeah,
of each other
that
this whole
seems to make
exchange to
sense.
negate the despair? Does he have despair?
No, because he
I
Then you're
didn't
rolling with
lose
hope.
anything.
he didn't have a bond.
Oh, excellent.
Then you're
Hope is
rolling
good.
with hope.
4, 4, and a 6. Well, that's a 10.
Okay.
Do as you ask.
So I'm attempting to basically, what do you want to call this? Appeal to his emotions and desires. Basically, I'm just making the point here. Look, you've seen what like one old badger's like. Do you have any idea what's going to be aimed at you? Like,
No.
if you do you have any idea what's going to be aimed if you are responsible for bringing down an entire race? Like,
So, is there music? Sorry.
do you think that you're going to profit from that long term?
Okay. So you're talking sense with this.
Yeah.
And what is the outcome you're looking for? What do you want?
I'm
to
asking him to basically I want him to reconsider, put back the turn off the golem if he can. So we don't have to do the other alternative. I don't want to say it's a threat because my character is just going to run up the hill pretty soon and just try and stop whatever the hell the architect's doing. But
It'd also give me advantage to finish it.
yeah, that'll work too.
You think I could stop this now?
You can stop your parts in it.
Do you think I did this? Do you think I unearthed the ancient secrets of this statue? Do you think I set this in play? I was just the trigger. So do whatever you're going to do. I'm ready to die for my beliefs.
But are you ready to profit from them?
I respect the hell out of this guy.
Right?
Because
Because
he's loyal.
Yeah, exactly.
wall goes down, world is free, new, whatever. You're just one cog in the machine that made it happen. But stand here with the air today and be one of the only people to stand against the end of the world. That makes you a hero forever.
I'm not doing this just for myself.
But
I'm doing it for my
wouldn't
children
hurt.
and my children's children and their future.
And their future would be heroes.
Their
Bloodlines
future would be
enshrined.
to live as slaves, penned in forever behind an impenetrable wall by that race of jailers.
I know a few things about wall builders and slavery, alright? And if you want to take stance that going overboard is better than going in shackles, by all means, I'm into it. I'm right there on Main with you. But you can't talk about having children and grandchildren if that wall goes down, because there won't be. But if you stop this world from ending with us, then your children and grandchildren go down in the history books as a bloodline of courageous crusaders and heroes who stood up for what was right and helped the people of this world make a choice to live.
As all this talking has been going on,
Yeah,
Colossus is taking
Colossus.
a few shuddering steps up through the city.
That's gonna be my finish it with wisdom.
Okay.
And someone else has to do the scenes.
Oof, 4. We gotta get advantage all over again.
I
You're
won't.
not having much luck.
Yeah.
I won't be perceived as a hero and know that I was a villain. Oh my god. He turns and starts walking away.
That's a fucking beautiful line, Tyler. I love that.
So, Colossus, what are its stats? What can it do?
The Colossus is the whole set piece.
Ah. Okay.
So maybe we'll just have you guys get
Well,
together and
Yeah.
then call it.
Oh, like call for the night? Oh, no.
We've only got 15 minutes left.
Oh, no. I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
Ah.
Although that voice is really grating on me.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah.
You don't like this?
I specifically just left the room when you were doing that.
Then your wife will divorce you.
Oh. Alright.
So Adelia runs to your ship.
Good. She'll be safe, and she'll maybe will be companion.
Oh, shit.
He's a
Fucking. If I finished him with wisdom, he would have become our companion immediately.
Huh.
So sorry for losing my head there. It was just the whole sort of idea of having every single person in my race just drown for just stupidity.
Hey man, I know how wall builders work. Hey, I'm on the same side here. They're all about that.
So you're just booking it up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to put in the Colossus, because, you know, if it's one-on-one, I can take it, but...
You can't take it one-on-one.
yeah, it's a set piece.
So you pass Alessandro, walking the other way.
Oh, Alessandro, do you know what's going on?
I know everything that's going on. I know who you are, betrayer. I know what you've come to do. And I know that you will be stopped. And he just keeps walking.
Well, talk sense to him, because he's of my people, so he's also under me, technically.
Quick, he's also weakened. Talk sense to him, you piece of shit.
What for?
What's your wisdom?
What is my wisdom?
What is your wisdom?
+2.
God, thank fucking Christ. Finish the prayer.
Again, if you think, you know, the Grand Architect will, you know, help you here or give you anything, I think you're sorely mistaken. He'll bring about the end of the world and you with it. So we have to work together to stop him. Talking sense of my... yes, my liege.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll try to finish him with wisdom by showing him the error of his way, convincing him to join my side instead. Yes. I rolled a 10.
Oh, thank fucking Christ.
Okay.
You're ready for half an hour, and me just like, you know, 1, 2.
You forge a bond with them, and they cannot bring themselves to hurt you.
Perfect.
Well, he wasn't going to hurt you to start with.
Well, it's good to know.
I mean, we don't know what else he has up his sleeve.
Yeah. He stops with his back still to you, kind of breathes in, shrugs his shoulders, and says, "If you get out of this, the only way you'll take it down is from the inside out."
Thank you for the information. I'll use it to my advantage.
Is he made of stone?
It's made of brass.
I mean, you know, just because it's made of stone doesn't mean it's all the way stone.
Yeah.
I guess you'll keep your people safe, because that thing's Doesn't look like it's caring for them.
And you're heading up this way too?
Yes.
Okay, so when you turn back to see Alessandro, you also see Marissa meeting up. Marilla.
Clarissa and Marilla.
What? I'm gonna point at the giant thing. What is happening?
We need to stop that. All
Yeah.
together.
Stomping all
So
over
are we
the
all together now?
city.
Yeah. Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
the
the
cost
Wolfers
is...
have a giant jailer. Told you.
I yell at Marissa.
Oh, and the governor is working with the Grand Architect and all that, and
Yeah.
they've been keeping us busy.
I heard that.
You sound so bored with it. You're like, yes.
Yes, we've got bigger things to worry about now than why they did it, but...
Okay.
So you all are together, grouped in front of there, and it comes and it stands in front of you, and it leans down, and then it cups its hand behind you, and looks at you all and says, "No one leaves."
And come.
Yeah, that's a good place to do it. So,
I was Tyler.
Peter.
Mark?
Devin!
And Nicole.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.